This is the Jayhawk Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
We are at it again. It's a Monday night, though. Doubleheader high school basketball. Class 2A. I'm Nate Clayburgh, Luke Baldwin, Anthony Baugh, Eric Clark, all up in the upper patio of the South Gym here in Jesup tonight as we're ready for the Pirates and the Jayhawks. Hudson against Jesup. We'll have it for you in a boy-girl doubleheader happening very shortly. Joining me up again in the upper patio, Luke Baldwin.
Hey,
what's going on?
Not too much, man. Good to be up here again. Seems like it's been a bit.
Well, we needed a break from each other for a while.
Yeah,
that
we
was
did.
all right.
It's true.
Eric needed a break from us for most part, so yeah, he didn't really seem to argue about that at all. So anyway, we'll start here very, very shortly as Jesup coming in as they've dropped to an overall 14th rank in Class 2A. They were 12th after a loss last week up at Sumner Fredericksburg. We're going to hand things off to our public address announcer, Dan Fox.
Jesup High School proudly supports and practices good sportsmanship by supporting their team, respecting the abilities of the opposition and the decisions of the officials, you can create an environment that is reflective of the community. Be a class act, be a good sport, be a winner in the game of sportsmanship. Please welcome tonight's game officials, Cody Oakes, Bob Squires, and Jeremy Zerg. Now, starting lineup for the Pirates. A junior, number 14, Madison Michael. A senior, number 23, Jessica Carroll. A senior, number 24, Sarah Hansen. A junior, number 30, Ella Engel. A sophomore, number 42, Macy McKinnon. And now for our Jayhawks, a junior, number 2, Natalie O'Connor. A sophomore, number 5, Lady Pilcher. A junior, number 10, Alexis Larson. A junior, number 11, Amanda Loretto. And a junior, number 23, Casey Moran. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor our nation and flag with the playing of our national anthem. As we respect the men and women in uniform around the world who protect our liberties and way of life with the playing of our national anthem.
Jesup Orchestra getting our national anthem in right now as we are set for high school basketball. Hudson Pirates coming in at 7-5 overall, 4-5 in conference play. Jesup 11-2 on the year, 7-2 in conference play. Only loss coming back in December against Dyke New Hartford, and last week, as we mentioned, against Sumner Fredericksburg in a 38-34 loss up at Sumner. Luke, go down those final, the starting lineups.
Yeah, for the Hudson Pirates, coached by Jeff Curley, we've got Madison Michael. All right, we'll start that again. Number 14, Masson Michael. 23, Jessica Carolyn. 24, Sarah Hansen. 30, Ella Engel. And 42, Macy McKenna. For your Jesup Jayhawks, coached by Jordan Conrad, we've got Natalie O'Connor at number 2, Natalie O'Connor. Number 5, Lainey Pilcher. Number 10, Alexis Larson. 11, Amanda Treptow. And 23, JC Lang.
Set to go as you see Hudson gets the first possession, and they will get the first basket. Give credit on there to McKenna as she puts Hudson on top.
Jesup, I think you just mentioned this, but man, had a very lopsided victory over the Warriors from Wapsie Valley Friday night. They were firing on all cylinders, and it was nice because we saw every last one of those girls get into the game, I believe.
Yeah, 61-28 was that final. Wapsie 2-11, but I was just looking. Yeah, Wapsie 9 of 33 from the field, while Jesup made half their shots, 24-48.
Not a bad night.
Hudson with the ball, inbounded baseline, top of the key. Natalie O'Connor covering tight on defense. Treptow at face as well. And Hudson looking to try to set things up. Again, Hudson coming into tonight with its 7-5 record.
I think we're going to see a foul on, that foul is going to go against Amanda Treptow. First foul of the night for either team. Hudson looking to inbounds underneath their hoop there. Natalie O'Connor with the rebound on the long miss.
Rolls off her shoulder, trying to recover. Treptow coming up right side, get it to Lang instead.
Natalie O'Connor has really been playing a nice brand of basketball here over the past, I don't know, half dozen games. I wasn't over to see the Sumner game, so I don't know how. It sounded like it was a group effort of less than stellar basketball that night, but outside of that game, Natalie's really been, she's had a nice run here. At Wapsie Friday night, I don't know how many points she ended up with. It must have been around a dozen or so. I guess we probably have that information here.
Yeah, Treptow had 20, Pilcher at 12, Larson with 9 in there. But 3 3-pointers looks like Amanda had the other night. And Laney, no, I'm actually 4 of 8. No, 3 of 6 from beyond the arch.
I tell you what, Laney was a beast over there, man. You know how Laney is. She's on the ground darn near as much as she's on her feet, just because she's so aggressive and hardworking. But there was a couple times over there I thought, man, she's going to break herself. Larson with the 3, no good. Did you get yourself all plowed out after the impromptu snowstorm this weekend?
You know, I had a little bit of fun out there.
Yeah, you got your new little side-by-side machine.
Yeah, with a blade on it. Seems to do an all right job.
I'll have to come out one of these Saturdays or something, and you can take
like we're moving snow.
Me for a ride in that.
We can act like I'm all street legal in Jesup now, so I can drive to your house.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
In. So warm day, I'll have to come into town.
Heck yeah.
4-0 is the score. Hudson with the advantage. See Channel 7's Mark Woodley in the house. So get some highlights in the 10 o'clock news later on, looks like. Pilcher gets deflected on that shot. She'll go to the floor. Jesup will remain the possessor, or how do I want to say that? We'll still possess the ball. How's that?
Jesup retains possession, I think is what you were trying to say.
I'm a professional, ladies and gentlemen. Most nights.
Jesup on the run. Treptow all the way to the rim. Draws foul, will not get the and one, but she will go to the line to shoot a pair.
The other night she was 1 of 2 from the free throw line against Wapsie Valley. And you look at how she is as a team. As a team, this team is about 67, 68% free throw shooters.
And it appears that we're playing our normal game of starting off very slowly.
Yeah, that's been a trend this year.
Yeah, one that Coach Conrad doesn't love.
Especially when you get a team that can start early. Pilcher trying to go full length, finds O'Connor. They'll kick it back out. 3 ball.
There it is. Larson with opening things up for the Jayhawks with the deep 3.
Finally on the board. Took a while. 4.5 to go. Both teams with 1 team foul. Tripto watching that hip. And there's Laney comes in, knocks that away. Jayhawks will take it right to left in front of us. Go towards that south basket. Monday night contest in Jesup. Day off of school, but not a day off for basketball. Treptow.
There we go. Man, you know what? I just needed to do backwards Jesup, I think.
You know, it's a little louder in here than it usually is early in the season. They might have heard you earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Talking smack. Ball gets loose.
Speaking of louder, obviously more fans in the stands since the governor lifted got to travel by O'Connor, but since the governor lifted the limitation on fans, but there's a downside to that. When you pull into the parking lot and
you have to park place
half a mile away.
Oh, you didn't see the Luke Baldwin marked off spot then?
No. Is there one?
No,
there should be.
Somebody probably parked them.
I feel like there should be, actually.
Oh, almost loose. Laney was out of bounds when she went after it, but very aggressive in the follow-through. 6-4, Jesup in the advantage. Took a while for them to score. Forcing up. Do we got a little step in there? We do from Carolyn.
So, one or at least one of these refs at the game, the Wapsie game.
Fighting for that ball. Larson's down there. Not going to see a jump possession.
O'Connor's got to get on the ground in that scenario.
Carolyn, dish right side. Hanson. She's going to take that left-handed dribble in the paint, kick it back out. Do we have a substitution in there now for Hudson with
travel.
Heiserling.
J.C. Lang into the lineup for the Jayhawks. She's going to replace Natalie O'Connor. And for the Pirates, we're going to see Ella Engel back into the game. And Macy McKenna will take a seat.
So Saylor, Laney, J.C. Lang, Treptow, and Larson all in the game for Jesup.
Oh, Saylor
Coach
Young.
Jordan Conrad.
Yeah, Youngblood snuck into the game. Didn't even see her.
Ball rolls out. Alexis had a good eye on that. Saw it go out. Knew it came off of Hudson. Lane to get that shoe tied, and Alexis will inbound that quick to Treptow. Good to see cheerleaders making the travels too as well. That finally got opened up here in the last week. Cheerleaders get to hit the road as well with the teams. Hudson bringing 6 to the gym tonight. Jesup on the missed shot. Hudson will take it over. Bring it up the floor. Carolyn. Jumper right side. Michael bounces around. Youngblood. Actually, J.C. Lang tries to get a hold of it. Man to Treptow. Right side dribble. No look to Saylor. A couple bounces to the right. Ball gets taken away almost. And there's Pilcher. Looking for somebody. Falls on the way to Treptow. Saylor gets loose. Recovers it. Now Pilcher. Hudson keeps batting that ball, Luke. But Treptow will get it out.
Pretty long.
Comes against the back of that backboard, and Hudson will have it back.
Yeah, not a great possession for the Jayhawks. We were a little sloppy there. Pilcher is just a badger.
Michael hits the rim, goes out of bounds.
Macy McKenna back into the game for the Pirates. She replaces Madison Michael as Natalie O'Connor will check back in and replace Saylor Youngblood. Alexis Larson inbounds to Natalie O'Connor.
Talk about a low-scoring first quarter.
We've seen a lot of those, though, this year, haven't we?
Yeah, Hudson hit one off the bat relatively quick, and then it took a while for them to get their second, and then Jesup saw back-to-back threes, and now it takes a little while. We got another three out there, that time from Lang.
9-4, Jesup with just a little over a buck to play in this first period.
And really low on the whistles, too. Both team fouls still at one each.
I mean, I think we've seen more travels than anything.
Left side shot, no good. A lot of missed shots, a lot of missed baskets, but eventually McKenna will get her hands on that on the rebound and put it back up and try and get that. Try and get a free throw here.
Foul's going to go against Laney Pilcher. Laney's first, second team foul.
Take it up. Right side. Hudson pulls down that board. Engel with it. Ball's getting loose in the last minute. Herzingler had a hand on it. Now looking out to Carolyn. Straight on three from Hansen. No good. Hudson continues to go for those second chance points.
It's another second foul on Laney. Quick one. So she's going to find her way to the bench here since we are just into the first period. Sadler Youngblood checks back in for Laney. That was kind of a tough one. She was just more or less in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Cross right side on the inbound. Heiserling looking to dribble it inside. Carolyn off the back of the board, and it goes in, and it's a 1-point game. Hudson within. Under a half minute, first quarter. Lang bounce in quickly to Treptow. Little challenge inside the paint, so Hudson will get dinged with a foul.
Yeah, Ellie Engel with the illegal use of hands. I think that was Ellie Engel, or was that, let's look at the board. That was not Ellie Engel, I apologize, that was Jessica Carolyn.
Larson looks to her left side in that corner. Lang, Connor, they're going to move that ball quickly around that arch. And Hudson staying tight in their zone press. Not allowing really anything inside. Considering all the points have come from Jesup beyond the arch, they're really protecting that paint.
Get back. Get your head up and run back.
Under 11 seconds, first quarter. Back in is Hansen. Inbound angle. One more substitution. Yeah, we're going to see one of the younger players come in.
Adriana Bolden coming in for Treptow.
When we go at halftime, we'll talk to head boys coach Joe Smines. Review last week and head into what's happening this week.
Nice defense by Sailor Youngblood. Standing strong and taking the charge. Pilcher back in with 4.3 seconds left. Surprising.
Jesup, Hudson, both three-team fouls, full court. Pressure from Hudson. Now Treptow takes it all the way to the end. Can't make it happen. Hits the front of the rim. No good.
I guess we were on offense there. That wasn't surprising to see Pilcher back in. Misspoke.
So, talked a lot about last time we were on. I want to give a shout out to Brian Larson, I'm sure, who's paying attention tonight and listening in. And we'll try and keep our humor to a minimum. Honestly, we can't control that at all. So if it does offer any sort of pain in the laughing, Brian, we apologize, but I think you do appreciate it. But hopefully you're doing well. We continue to invite those listening out there to help support the Larson family and the accident that Brian was in here a couple of weeks back. But again, a good Jesup family, good Jayhawk.
Yeah, for sure. I got a brief update from Craig Fresh earlier tonight. Of course, that's Brian's father-in-law. Sounds like he's been moved to St. Luke's Hospital where he's undergoing therapy. If I understood correctly, a couple times a day in the morning and the evening maybe. Sounds like they're working him over pretty hard, but in typical Brian Larson fashion, his attitude is remaining very positive. He's motivated and sounds like he's doing well, all things considered. So.
Yeah, and great to have Heartland Technology and the crew down there with Tony and everybody and with Anthony trying to support our community, but also he gets a chance to watch his daughter play tonight.
Right on.
Treptow with the ball with Laney. Comes right side, busts
Nice
through
drive.
2 players and gets the basket. Extend that lead into double figures, at least point total wise, 11-8. Laney's first basket of the night. Hudson with Hanson. Baseline, sees the double team. Michael looked at the shot, but Lang has good coverage there on the right side with Angle. Now here comes Hudson, bobbled up in the paint. Angle with it, comes baseline. Lang arms up. Now one bounce in, McKenna turns in and can't get it to go. Larson pulls down the rebound.
That was good defensive stand by Jesup. They did allow the ball to get a little low there, but they played good straight-up defense. Didn't give a foul.
Larson, angle the right side.
Oh,
and a nice duck under from Treptow. Kicks it out to Lang, and the 3 doesn't go. Hudson with a rebound. Nice little play, though.
Yeah, it was a nice pass by Laney Pilcher. Amanda was just a little too deep to do anything with it. No fault of hers. That's just where it ended up.
Yeah, they weren't looking for her to come on that right side. 6:24 to go, first half. We'll get our first jump possession. It will be Hudson ball. Stays at the right, or at the north end of the floor. Right on your screen. And Luke has cracked a can open. It is, though, however, his regular drink of choice during the broadcast.
Once again, Jayhawk basketball brought to you by Mountain Dew Kickstart.
Once again, Luke Baldwin's color commentary brought to you by
Mountain Dew Kickstart. A refreshing and delicious way to not only start your day, but also
end it.
Basketball game. Yeah. I'm guessing if you drink too many of these, it would end your day. It end more than just your day.
But I'm going to guess you can have no problem going to bed when you get home.
You know, sleeping is something I've never, ever had a problem doing. And I know there's a lot of people out there that do, but, man, you get me horizontal, I'm not going to last too long.
Well, I have known you to not want to go to bed.
Yes,
stay up all night.
I have that. Well, you know what? I don't start the evening with that.
That's not your intention?
That's not my intention. It's just.
That's how it turns out. Laney Pilcher with a basket. But I've spent time with you, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's 2 in the morning.
Those nights are few and far between. I don't do too many 2 in the mornings anymore.
Or now it's like, oh, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Usually if it's creeping up on 11 or beyond, my eyelids are saying, hey.
Yeah, usually your wife's like, oh, it's 7:30, time for bed.
Yeah, she might be in bed already. It's 7:45. No, 6:45.
Carolyn with a basket. Jesup now back with it. 5 minutes to go.
Nice drive by Treptow. I should.
Under 5 minutes to go. First half.
I should play my statements out in my head before I let them come out of my mouth sometimes.
I wish
right?
somebody was logging all of these. Hudson has it. Carolyn takes the bounce. Coverage by Alexis Larson. Takes that left dribble back and forth with a pivot. Michael had her hand on it. Carolyn.
Good body
For
defense.
Hudson is going to see a little bit of a skip inside.
That was good body defense by Treptow. So often, kids want to play defense with their hands and they end up fouling.
Laney Pilcher leads the Jayhawks 14.5 points per game, 48% from the field, 33% from the arch. Ball gets loose on its way to Pilcher, knocked out of the hands. And Carolyn, give her credit. Carolyn is the leading scorer for the Pirates, 13.6 points per game. Now a wide open right side shot. Doesn't go for Michael. Jesup will regain possession on the rebound. Laney stops short, held that pivot foot real tight. Treptow fakes left, comes right. Wow, nice grip by Nally O'Connor. And Jesup moving quickly around the arcs on that far side. Larson back up top to Lang. Slow things down just a little bit before I anticipate them speeding it back up here with about 3.5 to go. Lang.
There you go.
Actually,
get in there.
Laney Pilcher goes inside.
All right. We've seen enough travels here tonight. Ella Engel in for the Pirates. She's going to replace Kelly Heinzerling. Callie Heinzerling.
Come right side, trying to get that layup. Wow, she kind of heaved that up. Was able to get it in. 6 points for her now.
A strong take to the hoop.
Now Pilcher in and out. You know, this slow start to these games has given Ardell Oshner a nice little break as he's the new sideboard scorekeeper.
Big props to Ardell stepping up, and I guess I don't know if he's our full-time sideboard keeper now or if he's just doing it for the evening, but I'm going to guess he's
a couple, 2 or 3 that are interested in doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good.
(15-13). And great defense by Treptow. We'll see Larson pick that up. Now O'Connor slows things down as she was on a trek. Now Larson, a missed pass on the turnover back towards Hudson. And a go on her own. We're going to see Carolyn and a charge come in. Nice set by the Jayhawks.
There's a group of middle school girls up in the corner that I like them being able to see those charges.
You mean if they were paying attention?
If they were paying attention.
Okay.
It looks like they are, but
they do appear to be. I'm impressed they're not.
I know some of them have been trying to take a charge, and you know that's a tough thing to figure out how to do correctly. You got to get your feet set, and then you got to figure out how and when to fall. And Amanda did a pretty good job of that there, and Sailor Youngblood did a good job of it earlier in the game.
2:40 to go, first half. J.C. Lang.
Get in there.
3.
Nothing but net.
She knew where she wanted it, and it went where it went. Sailor Youngblood knocks it away. We're going to see another possession. This time Jesup will have the advantage. Larson on the inbound. Ivy Bordeman, who's cheering down there. She came up to me the other day. She's on one of my speech teams I have, and she goes, "I need to talk to you."
Uh-oh.
I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Don't you know my last name?" Because we always just calling her Ivy, because when we try to name off all the cheerleaders, we couldn't tell who it was. And then we were calling her Hannah Bovey, I think.
Yeah,
vice versa. I go, well, you have to understand we're old and we can't see very far. Plus, there's a basketball hoop in the way, and you all look alike.
Yeah, because I remember when we finally figured out who it was, we had her last name in there, I believe.
But I was impressed how many people wanted to know all about Santa's marshmallow poles. We had quite a following that night with the Mar poles.
I mean, we have important knowledge, and people want to know it.
Whether it actually...
We're doing our audience a disservice if we don't disseminate our valuable knowledge.
And
speaking of valuable knowledge...
You're not going to say Joe Smines, are you?
Coach Smines just creeped up behind us.
Speaking of Mar poles... That'll be the 50-cent question when he gets on here.
Yeah, I'm curious if he ate the one that I gave him.
Treptow comes back across, 18-15 the score.
50 seconds to play. before we break for half, and I assume we're going to bring on Coach Smines. Either that or he just came up to hang out for a bit.
He was looking for some people to hang out with. 18-15. We're going to keep that score as it is. Again, a very low-scoring first half.
I suspect we'll see a plethora of adjustments made by Coach Conrad in the second half, as he usually does.
O'Connor off to Treptow, who will set up the last play of the half. Hudson and Jesup tonight. High school girls basketball, boys basketball coming up later on. Larson down low, can't get a goal before the half, and that is it.
That was in and out.
18-15 at half. Leading scorer for the Jayhawks is Lang, 2 3-pointers at 6. Pilcher has 4. Larson with 3, as well as Triptow. And then on the other side of things, it's McKenna with 8, 6 with Carolyn, and 1 from Michael. We will bring in, are you there, Joe?
I'm here.
Are you there?
You hear me?
How about now?
I'm good.
Okay.
There I am.
Somewhere in there. Okay. Anyway, head coach Joe Smines for our Jayhawks. Coach, 50-cent question. Did you actually eat Luke's marshmallow pole he gave you last week?
No, I gave it to one of the Sabres boys, I think.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me it went through your wash and I got you in trouble or something.
No, I think either Nolan or Logan ate it, I think. Brock might have had it too, I'm not sure, but.
My guess is you gave it to one of the kids and then Brock stole it from them and ate it.
And you were like, there's no way I'm going to eat that.
That was before Brock was on some weird diet, so if you guys are listening, please give him a lot of crap about that one.
So looking ahead, let's, I guess, look back. We last visited over a week ago, but last week up at Wapsie, up at Sumner, we got the Union game to talk about. Let's rewind to that. Back on the 8th, Union here at home, talk through that win. That was nice.
Yeah, we, the goal of that game was to get the game going up and down. We picked up on the full court, and in the first quarter we did a good job, got off to a really good start, I thought. Got in foul trouble early in the second quarter and kind of slowed the pace down and became a kind of a half-court game, and then Union did a good job of getting back into it there in the second quarter. And then, but overall, it was a good team. It was a good win for us. I can't remember who led in scoring that night. It seems like it was forever ago. But anytime you win a conference game at home, it's a good victory. So.
And then go up last week to Sumner Fred. Girls had a tough loss up there, but you guys came out with a victory.
Yeah, Sumner Fred, the game before, had beat Wapsie at Wapsie. Sumner's a very difficult team to play against. They have 3 really good players, and then their supporting cast does a really good job. They slow the pace way down. They want to walk it up the floor. We tried to speed them up a little bit, which we did a decent job of at times, but we didn't have one of our better offensive games, and couldn't quite ever seem to get over the hump. And we finally, got the game into overtime, got them in some foul trouble, and then had some great execution down the stretch. Carson had a huge game. I think he had 31, I do believe, and Jace Pilcher had some huge buckets for us in the overtime, and then made enough free throws from Parker to close it out. So Sumner's record, I think, is under 500, but that's a high-quality basketball team that's going to win a lot of games yet this year. So going over there is a very good win.
And then Wapsie Valley travel up there, and that was a hard-fought one. You hung right in there.
Yeah, once again, the first time we played them, the game was really up and down. This was the opposite. It was kind of a slow grinder. Neither team shot the ball overly well in the first half. We never seemed to get our footing offensively until later in the fourth, and it was a double-digit deficit for us, but we got it back to 4. Had a couple of chances to get it under that, just couldn't get it done. So that's a good Wapsie team, like I said, and hopefully we learn from that tonight a little bit, some of the things that we didn't do as well, and make some more shots.
Yeah, and a quick turnaround from a Friday night game, come into tonight against a Hudson team. No school today, so that kind of changes your schedule a little bit too, I'm sure, for these guys.
Yeah, always a little leery of that, but we've played a couple times already this year in non-school and played pretty well. We brought them in this morning. I got about an hour workout in, nothing too strenuous, but got them moving. So they seem pretty good to go. Hopefully we are locked in. You always worry about the mental part of it more than the physical part. But this group has been mentally locked in the whole year. Even the games we haven't won, they've been locked in. So I don't worry as much about that. We're playing a team that Hudson, and they haven't won a game yet, but they got capable players. They got the Swope kid that's been around for 4 years. They're playing some freshmen who have some good skill level. And they played Wapsie Valley last Tuesday to a pretty good game for 3.5 quarters. So Hudson's fully capable basketball team and well coached.
Well, like you said, Coach, I mean, doesn't matter who we play in this conference. You better come to play, and otherwise they're going to leave you on the court.
Right. Yeah, you can watch them on film about 5 minutes and realize they're good enough to beat anybody in our league. And last year they went to AP last year and beat AP in a tournament game. And they got 3 of those guys still playing. So they have our respect, regardless of what their record is. And then they're mixing some freshmen that do a good job for them. So I'm guessing we're going to see some zone defense tonight, maybe a little press from Hudson, try to slow it down. We need to get the game going up and down and hopefully make some threes tonight.
Yep. So as we look at, just kind of looking through your guys here, and Carson Leno, again, continues to impress, continues to develop as the player he is.
Yeah, he's been – the best thing about Carson this year is, he's seen a lot of different things, double teams, guards, double post, double team him with post, double team with a guard in a post. He just keeps on finding ways to score. He's so patient in there. His footwork's good. He's scoring with his right and his left. He hit a three-pointer on Friday night, which he can do that some too. So, once again, just under control, and he's doing a better job passing the ball to double teams now, something he's got to get a little bit better at, and hit some more outside shots, and his game will be really, really good. So really pleased with how he's playing for us, and the guys doing a good job of finding him inside.
So talk through this as, I guess, from the AD standpoint. We got a full weekend with fans in the crowd, and you're able to see it on the road. Cheerleaders are traveling now. People seem to be doing what's being asked of them.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Like I said, last time I interviewed with you guys, it's not going to be perfect. It's good to see people around for once and come to cheer on the kids. That's the most important thing. Playing in front of a crowd for the guys and girls, they deserve that. Both teams deserve that. The opposing teams deserve that. It's good to the community. Cheerleaders are back. The pep band played the last home game, and at Wapsie it was a great crowd. I'm not sure the 6 feet's being followed to a T, but I don't think anybody wants to get a tape measure out and start measuring that stuff off. So, people that want to come can come. People that want to watch you guys, listen to you guys on here can do that, and I think it's the best of both worlds right now.
Well, I would argue that if it's the best of both worlds, being able to listen to us, watch the game, I guess is the advantage or the unfortunate effects of that.
If I was up here, I'd be a sweaty mess. It's kind of moist up here.
Well, you climbing up those 12 or 13 steps, that's enough for you on any given day, I imagine.
You tear a hamstring there, Clayburg. You don't stretch it out properly.
So we do have a request. We're going to go ahead and rip out those 2 seats at the bottom of the stairs. So,
Joe,
we got a free way to get up.
That's probably a good idea.
Joe, I know you probably find this hard to believe, but there's a lot of hot air that's being blown up here. So
no one's ever told me that about you guys ever. I mean,
it was all implied.
Yeah.
Nothing serious. So, Coach, good night. Good luck tonight against the Pirates, and we will see you. I was just trying to think even when we'll be back.
Next Saturday, or Saturday.
Saturday.
Yep, Grundy Center.
Saturday. We got just a varsity boys game, JV varsity on Saturday. So, I guess one extra thing I was going to ask you, are we hearing any postseason where that's all going to evolve to be?
Boys, we will find out who's in our district on Friday. And then we won't know who we play for a couple weeks after that. I'm guessing the girls will be in a couple weeks here yet. So,
okay.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll both have Dyke.
Yeah, hope not.
Probably.
But at least. We'll play whoever.
Or AP or Dyke.
Yeah, honestly, I think we'll, this is a total projection. I would assume we would go east, maybe with Dyersville, Beckman, Denver, that direction. But who the heck knows? Yeah. So there's so many good teams in our league that doesn't matter who you play in the tournament. You got to beat somebody. So
we'll see what kind of lobbying Joe can pull off, right? Yeah. Hey, Coach Joe Smines on our halftime show. We'll break away for about a minute and a half. We'll return here on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology very soon. Hang on, folks.
and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Back for second half action on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Kleberg, Luke Baldwin. The other voice you'll hear shortly, Anthony Baugh. Running the Magic Suitcase, Eric Clark on camera tonight as Hudson in town against the Jayhawks, down by 3 right now, 18-15.
Oh, we're going.
As the second half is underway.
You have to forgive me, Nate.
Are you tweeting?
I'm snapping.
Snapping?
I'm using the Sports Network geofence you set up for the night. Folks, you can do this as well. If you're a Snapchat user, you can take a selfie or whatever you want to take a picture of and swipe left or swipe right, swipe left. Swipe right. One of those. You'll come to orange and blue headset, says Jesup Sports Network. I'm about to put this out on my story so you can all check it out. I know
that is if you're within the block of the school, it'll work.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
that's a good point. Nobody listening to us is probably able to do that.
Turns out if it was a lot bigger than that, it's a lot more expensive. So we're trying one out for when they do after prom here coming up in the spring, setting one of those up. So I thought, hey, let's play with this tonight and see.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I've set a number of those up for some of my clients at work and for various events they have.
Hudson right away back in it. They're going to inch a little closer, 18-17, as they will get the first basket of the second half and get 8 points on the board for Carolyn. Thank everybody following on YouTube as well as on the Facebook Live.
We're not taking great care of the ball tonight. Getting a little bit sloppy out there. Credit Hudson, they're playing some good defense.
Carolyn brings it right side, near side, Angle. Ella Angle. I think we were calling her Ellie earlier. It's Ella.
Is it? I must have been looking at that. Time for some glasses. Yeah, you're right.
Jesup slow things down a little bit more. And Hudson defensively, Luke, they just are giving Jesup some problems.
They sure are.
Angle to inbound.
That was an odd place to inbounds the ball.
Yeah, I was thinking, do they usually do that from the corner?
I don't know if he put her there or if that's just where she went. But there are definitely some rules that I don't know.
Well, I was going to say
there's a lot of rules that I don't know. But
well, I never understood where you can inbound and where you can't.
I mean, it's kind of where the ball goes out is where you inbounds it, but that one looked very odd. But one of the rules that I thought I knew and I didn't, we've seen the ball bounce off the top of the backboard a few times this year.
Time on the floor, keep going.
Yeah, and there's been no call, and I think I've even said that should be out of bounds if it hits the top of the backboard. Well, that rule changed when we moved from, you remember the old curved top boards to the square top?
Yeah.
It used to be with the curved top, if the ball hit the top of the backboard, that was out of bounds. With these square backboards, that's still in bounds. So that was news to me. It was actually.
So is that because it's curved, it would ricochet somewhere else instead of maybe straight up?
I have no idea why.
I'm interested in where you acquired this knowledge in the first place.
I will tell you, I acquired it from my dad, Larry Baldwin, and he was actually in the same boat I was and looked it up, and so we both realized that we were a little out of date on that rule.
Because technically that's not hanging right over the line, correct? That
It's
board?
not. No.
You still got a gap there.
Yep.
18-17. Hope you enjoyed that conversation, ladies and gentlemen. There'll be more of it coming. See, there it is. Went off the top of the board and went.
Yeah.
It's like you're foreshadowing what was to come.
Yeah, that was probably one of the more worthwhile basketball-related conversations that we've had.
Basketball related, I would agree.
Yeah.
Non-basketball related, take your choice.
Well, I mean, we have plenty of those.
Yeah. Drive it in there with Angle. That comes up. Ella with the basket.
Yeah,
gets him first.
We're going to need to play a little more aggressive defense here. We're just kind of letting them do what they want.
They take the lead by 1. There's O'Connor. Top of the key. Dish into Laney. Ducks under. That ball gets taken loose. Laney.
Jump ball. That's going to stay with
Jesup. She didn't like that being taken from her. She went right after it. Hung onto it enough where they call jump possession.
There's nothing fun about getting your shot blocked. Boy, we just cannot buy a bucket here.
Would you say that was a bunny that should have gone in?
Yeah. I don't know if I'd call it a bunny. It was probably a little too far out to be called a bunny.
I've heard you say that for like 4 years, and I still can't figure out what the bunny is.
A bunny is just like right underneath the hoop. You just jump up and put it in.
So then why is it a bunny?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Sounds good. You know, because when Jason Pilcher was up here the other night, he said bunny too, and I was like, no, it's catching.
It's just, I guess it's what we've always called it. I'm sure there's some good reason for it.
O'Connor in the corner, no good. There's Trempto. She'll pick up on that.
That's
Now he comes baseline, and she'll take an extra step.
Yeah, I've noticed that's a trend with some of these girls. When they go to make their move, they're doing a little double step.
J.C. Lang comes up defensively, trying to push some air. Little duck around into McKenna. 10 points for her. 3.5 to go, third quarter. Jesup, 14th in the state, only 2 losses. Hudson, however, coming into tonight, 5 losses overall and in league play.
Hudson playing really nice basketball. They're just the more aggressive team right now. They're getting the boards. They're playing solid defense.
Deep three.
They're making their shots.
Michael.
Yeah, they're feeling it. Coach Conrad felt that too, and he says, "I'll take a full timeout to talk things over with my gals."
So 2:58, we see them taking a timeout with a 24-18 advantage. 10 points on the board right now for McKenna. And Jesup just still sitting at the 18 points that they had when they ended the first half.
Yeah, I think Jesup could probably solve a lot of their problems if they just got a little more aggressive, had a little more sense of urgency. They're about a half step behind on defense, which is allowing Hudson to get to the hoop relatively unscathed. And then we're not getting out on the perimeter to get a hand in their face, which we just saw with that last three-point shot.
Middle school boys basketball at Fredericksburg tomorrow. Middle school girls will host Sumner Fred. Coming up on Thursday, middle school boys basketball against Union. Middle school girls at Union. High school wrestling going to be at AP. I should rewind. Tomorrow night is actually, we're hosting the district group speech. A little bit different this year, so a number of, I think how many groups we have with head coach Alex O'Connor, and I'm going to help be a part of that, but bringing a judge in to watch and listen to the competitions tomorrow, which is a little bit different than in past, where it's usually a big full-day event in a high school with multiple teams. But
they do it at each of the high schools. You just bring in.
You had that option to hire a judge to come in and evaluate the different acts and groups. And so cool. I imagine once we get through that tomorrow night, we'll spread the word on how the Jayhawk students have done. They're going to move some on to state.
Seems like a wise way to go. Keep everybody safe and healthy. Count it. Continuation.
She was on her move.
Yep, basket counts. A foul is going to go against Madison Michael. And Amanda Treptow will get the and one. The 3-point play. That was a timely 3-point play. As we see Coach Curley take a 30-second timeout. I was going to say that was a timely 3-point play. We had gotten ourselves into a bit of a hole.
Actually,
there.
it looked like they took it away, actually.
Well, they took 2 of the points.
Or they don't have that right. So maybe they're still trying to work through that downstairs to make that up. But timeout again on the floor. They're going to take some time here to figure out next steps. Jesup again being down since about the 3 or 4 minute mark here in this third quarter. And Jesup just is not on their game tonight. It's not unusual to see some slow play in that first quarter, but
yeah,
usually it picks back up.
Well, I was talking to Conrad. We were discussing that Sumner game, and that this, although I was not at that game, there they go. They got it fixed now, Nate. 21-24, Hudson in the lead. But just listen to his description of that game. It seems similar to what we've got going on here tonight.
2-minute mark. Hudson pushes that one up and gets it to go in. McKenna continues to be a force down below. Treptow, right side. Force in from Larson to Pilcher. Sees an opening, but wow. McKenna right there to stop it.
Pilcher thought that the ball went out of bounds. She was just kind of hanging out facing the wall for a bit there.
First pass of the night for O'Connor. That rolls in, no good. Force him in from Hanson. She's going to draw that foul.
Got to box out, ladies.
.11 to go, third quarter. Decent crowd tonight. And watching Hudson. Hudson bringing some people over. Extend that lead here on that free throw. I need to continue to lobby for the ponytail law to only keep them so high above the number. And no ones for jersey. You can't have a number 1 jersey if you have a ponytail.
Yeah, it disappears, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is the bylaws of the girls' union. They need to follow.
That's going to be a travel. JC Lang, I'd be interested to see her with her hair not in a ponytail because it stretches down to her the middle of her lower back. I mean,
it's a rare thing to actually, I believe, not see her in a ponytail.
Yeah, that's some long hair.
Left side shot, no good. Bounces off of Hansel, and follow-up from McKenna.
So Hudson continues to get rebound after rebound.
Pilcher tries a little push in, no good. Hudson will slow things down. Carolyn finds an opening with Engel. 14 seconds to go. Nice snag by Carolyn. And again, there she is, Luke. McKenna just waiting for it.
Yeah, and I mean, there again, we're on the wrong side. Wrong side. We had, as our defense was on the opposite side of the girl, which clearly does you no good.
So we'll close out the third period. And Hudson really excelled in that time frame, really outscoring Jesup and really changing up the ball game. As you look what we were setting at halftime, 18-15, and then Hudson outscores Jesup in that quarter, 17-5.
watching Coach Conrad talk to the girls. I think he's trying to, I don't know, probably get his point across without being too harsh.
You know, I think
sometimes you got to play a little bit of a game there as a coach, especially when your team is already a bit dejected, clearly. So he wants to create a little sense of urgency without being counterproductive, probably.
we got one period left. If that isn't urgent enough for you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they should be able to recognize that themselves. Absolutely.
Sometimes you need a little eye opener. Alexis Larson, wow, they were easy on that. Shot from the right side, wow, Hansel.
That was a pretty shot. That was in from the get-go.
5 points for her. And Hudson playing some really good defense. They're really stretching out that zone. Ball bounces out of bounds. And Jesup will have the inbound, this time Pilcher. She'll take that on her. Put the offense into motion on the inbound. There's Treptow. She's going to go in on her own.
Nice
She
drive.
does. Wow. Trying to get that to drop and try and get the extra. That's what we need to see happen, but that jump possession will stay with Jesup now.
Credit Laney Pilcher for that. Hung in there strong.
Larson pushing to Pilcher. Triple teamed. Can't make it happen. Carolyn with the ball. Leading scorer for the Pirates. Into Hansel. Covered closely by O'Connor. Wide open down right side. Heiserling comes out of bounds. Away Pirates ball. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Next broadcast Saturday night, boys game only against Grundy Center. I believe that's a 4 o'clock start, something like that.
Hey, Jesup has picked up the intensity a little bit here.
Laney Pilcher on her own. No look right side. O'Connor on the line. Bounces up no good. Rebound into Hudson and Carolyn.
Oh, watch her. Finally, they forced the turnover. So definitely seeing that sense of urgency that we were talking about out of the Jayhawks now. A couple of them are kind of wearing their emotions on their face, which only benefits the opposite team when they do that.
Yeah, I agree. O'Connor double team, push into Treptow. She steps up, can't get the shot off, does recover that misstep, and we will see, wow, only our third foul of the second half.
Yeah, that one's going to go against senior Sarah Hansen. That's Sarah's second foul tonight. Like you said, just not many fouls called, which I'm okay with. I much prefer a ref that lets them play as opposed to calling every ticky-tack foul. Amanda Treptow with the errant pass, sails out of bounds.
Angle gets it across, but O'Connor meets her.
It's going to be
whistle.
Coach Curley calls the timeout. I'm not even sure that he had possession when that timeout was called, but that's the story.
Bring the cheerleaders out.
We got
Lily Devlin. This is always the who's Who can we see from behind?
Who's who amongst cheerleaders?
Really doesn't left to right. You've got Savvy Bain would be the third one. My guess on the second one is going to be Hannah Bovey or Ivy. But when they make a turn, we'll see. You got McKenna Fetterspiel or Mackenzie Fetterspiel all the way to the right side.
I think that's Ivy left of Mackenzie. I think that's the other Fetterspiel. I'm totally drawing a blank on her first name right now.
We all are.
Oh my goodness.
It's not Bailey, is it?
McKenna and Cassidy.
Cassidy, yes. Bailey is the oldest daughter.
Yeah. And then, Hannah Borland was the other one. So. Anyway, we've got them all. We may not have had them in the correct order, but.
Fast break going to get loose. Tripto with the ball right now.
Good.
Take it to Larson.
Good up by O'Connor. There we go. Finally got one in the hoop, Nate.
Like it was meant to be there. 6 points. And that is the first basket of the fourth quarter. For Jesup, anyway.
There we go.
Let's see if she can convert. It does. Doesn't draw a foul, but Gillies gets a basket in there. Kicking back quick on defense. Trying to get that ball back. Tripto. Thought she would get dinged for a whistle, but we've seen more jump possessions than fouls, I think, this second half.
We sure have, and I think she got lucky there. That was pretty generous by the refs to let that go. But Coach Conrad's got to just be shaking his head like, where was this the last 3 periods?
And there's Curlin. Hearing somebody yelling out 3 seconds in the lane. Whether we're going to get that or not. See if the refs will pay attention in the future.
Move it.
Laney ducks up top. Set and go with Tripto.
Got it. 30-37. Hudson.
13 points. Sneaking back in. Running out of time. Larson key defensively. O'Connor takes a shot at it.
Move your feet. There you go.
Timeout wanted by Conrad.
Yep. Turnover. 5-second call.
Oh, I thought he was going to. I thought he was pointing over here to Jordan that he wanted a timeout.
No. O'Connor was playing some great defense, and the girl didn't recognize. Well, maybe she recognized, just couldn't get rid of the ball. But
Lady Pilcher in the paint, and she will draw the foul finally.
There we go.
That'll be the 14th foul for Hudson. Go to the free throw line.
Let's knock these down.
It's always fun listening to fans shouting out
random
things, but especially now they're all wearing masks. So you don't really know who's saying it.
Yeah. Some of them should probably be glad that people can't tell where it's coming from.
Pilcher gets a free throw in. 8 points.
That one was coming.
Well, open some eyes a little bit. Second team foul at Jesup.
I mean, that's a good point, Nate. I don't know if that was the point you were trying to make, but teams are they're gonna do what they can get away with. And
right.
If the ref's not gonna call it, they're gonna keep doing it.
Jesup gets that turnover. Natalie open to the right side, but wow, how many of those have we seen?
Too many.
Couple extra steps here and there. Seems to be again on just that start. They take just that early step.
Yeah.
Angle. Sees Tripto key out on that pass. Gets it. Wow, no whistles. Larson set for 3. Backboard no good. It's loose. Out of bounds. It's going to be Hudson.
Good hustle by the Jayhawks there, man. They're really fired up, and they're putting it on them right now.
Hey, Coach Jeff Curley would like a timeout for Hudson. Looking at their last 5 games. had the win up at Wapsie the other night, 64-37. Beat New Hampton 56-43. Started the 2021 portion of the campaign to the loss at Sumner Fred 56-54. Looking ahead into their schedule for the Hudson Pirates after they leave here. They actually turn around quick and play tomorrow night over at AP. And then Friday they'll host New Hartford.
That's a tough place to go after tonight's battle. The way this is going in the fourth, they're going to be tired after this game and then have to go into AP the very next night. That's a brutal schedule.
Jesup will wait till Friday night to head over to AP. And then Grundy Center. Like we said, that'll be I suppose that is a girl-boy doubleheader. I thought that was just a JV varsity. But it's a boy-girl doubleheader, 3 o'clock girls game on Saturday. I guess that changed my schedule a little bit.
Got another Clayburg up here. I don't know.
Yeah, someone must have checked his ticket.
Turnover by Hudson. Laney Pilcher on the move. Going to take it and score it.
To go in. Way to go, Laney. Take her to double numbers at 10. 3-point game, 3 minutes to go. Ball's loose. Ooh, Lang. I'm surprised she didn't get dinged. We're going to see another possession or foul. No, possession. It's going to go back towards Jesup.
I got to give props to Macy McKenna of Hudson there. She quit on the whistle. That becomes a dangerous situation when you got kids that aren't willing to quit when the ref says, okay, quit.
Boys basketball game to follow this. Refresh. We'll do a new event on YouTube and also on Facebook Live. Lang has that ball. Stepping in and out on that pivot. Inside of Pilcher. She was looking far left, out of her eyesight. Hudson just converges on those gaps. Quick passes from Jesup. Ball gets loose from Laney. She controls it well. Almost thought she should take that to the hole, Luke, but
I'm
she's
with
going to
you, man.
get dinged.
I don't think she recognized how open she was, and yeah, you're right on there, man. Kelly Heinzerling in for the Pirates, and she will replace Ella Engel. Watch your mouth now, watch your mouth.
In our next broadcast, boy-girl doubleheader. I was just confirming that. Coming up on Saturday. Back in action here. Jesup down by 3. Almost seeing it tied up with a Lang attempt. Another possession. How many of these we had?
That one's going to go to Hudson. Everybody's got to maintain control of their emotions at this point in the game. The worst thing you could do to your team is run your mouth, say something dumb, and get a technical foul and give the other team 2 free shots. I'm saying that for both teams. I'm not calling out anybody in particular.
Carolyn brings it across the floor. Heiserling. Met up by Lang. O'Connor playing tight defense now. You're seeing a lot more aggression down there on defense than we saw in the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, well, and look what it's done. It's resulted in turnovers and points for the Jayhawks. Right there.
Lang was waiting for, or Laney was waiting for it. Tripto across the midcourt. Dish right side. O'Connor back up to Tripto. Under 2 minutes now. Down by 3. Jesup only with 2 losses on the season. Hudson has 5, and Treptow tries to tie it up. That shot's missed, and wow, Laney ripped it and flung.
I don't know if she did, Nate. I think that was more on Sarah Hansen. I think maybe caused herself more damage than Laney did there.
Already moving.
I think Laney just let go, and Sarah was yanking at the same time.
So you're telling me it's an illusion?
Well, I'm just saying it kind of looked probably worse than it was.
Iserling has the ball. Callie.
That's a travel.
And Madison Michael, the junior, she's taking the extra steps.
1:17 to go with Hudson with the 3-point lead, 37-34 to close out this game.
Ooh, did she get called with a foul? Wow. We'll go to the free throw line for a little bit.
See if O'Connor can knock down preferably 3 free ones here.
Tie it up. First personal foul. Count that against Callie Herzerling. 5'4" junior guard for the Pirates.
Wow. Get the first one.
Connor's total now goes to 3.
You know, I got to be honest with you, Nate. I feel like this team goes a little bit as their coach goes. As we've seen the Jayhawks pick up the intensity on the court, we've seen Coach Conrad's level of intensity on the sideline increase too. And I don't know, they might play off him a little bit there. Maybe we just encourage him to be a psycho on the sidelines. And
you know we're going to talk about that.
Wow! Nice job, Natalie O'Connor.
Tie it up at 37, 1:10 to go. 5 points total now for O'Connor.
Force a timeout. Jesup has all the momentum right now. They've got to continue this pressure and use this all the way to the end and close this with a Jayhawk victory.
Yeah, look at Coach Pilcher, Coach Conrad down there. They're psyched. They're energized, trying to translate that over to their team. In the last 70 seconds of play, tied up at 37. Jesup, 3 team fouls, Hudson with 6. And I would guess we're going to see a little tighter called basketball game from the officials maybe than we've seen.
Harold Bunny Levitt of the Harlem Globetrotters made 499 free throws in a row in April 6, 1935. A bunny is an easy, uncontested shot right under the basket.
Are you?
I don't know what the free throws has to do with.
Who's feeding you information?
That's Rhoda Baldwin.
It's trustworthy information.
Move your feet, move your feet.
Coming right side, whistle blown. Jesup will get dinged with it. That will send Hudson to the free throw line.
I don't know.
They will not send the free throw. I thought it was on the shot, but no.
I don't know what the free throws have to do with the bunny there.
I think she just wanted to impress you with her knowledge. 3 in a row from O'Connor. Kind of translates into 499 in a row.
That's a foul.
No whistle. Comes back towards Jesup. We'll take that.
You could have called the body from behind on that too, but anyway.
45 seconds. Jesup going to be conservative here. Going to keep an eye on Conrad too to see what kind of direction he wants to give these girls.
I think they're going to play for the final shot, which I don't hate. Hudson's done a pretty nice job of getting to the hole tonight, so not giving them that option to do it again is a wise decision. If nothing else, you take this game into overtime.
Coach Jordan Conrad at Jesup will take the timeout. 18.5 seconds to go as the Jesup boys and Hudson basketball team set to go here down to our right. And we'll see Hudson Pirates and the Jayhawk cheerleaders take to the floor. And looking ahead to what we can expect in the boys game that's coming up. Carson Lena leads Jesup. Average points per game, over 20 points per game, 66% from the field, 40% from the arch. Brody Kresser, give him credit on rebounds. Almost 5 rebounds a game, as well as 14 points. Plus about 2.5 assists per game, too.
I did not realize that Leno was averaging 20 plus a game.
Yeah, right in there. And Carter Swope, 14 points on average for Hudson, 46% shooter, as well as leading rebounder. And number of assists, almost 2 assists per game. Jesup 8-4 coming in tonight. Hudson still looking for that first win on the 2021 campaign.
Larson inbounds to Treptow, and she will take it to the top.
What play are we looking at here? Otherwise, we're going to overtime. 8 seconds. Forcing Delaney. Kick out.
Got it.
Three-pointer.
No,
no
shoot.
Good. Out of bounds, and that is the end of regulation. 37-37.
AC McKenna has the sideline. I think she got her wrist jammed up there on that rebound. Seems to be okay now, though. It's good to see.
Well, night got a little longer, but that's all right. And as long as Jesup can fight back in here, Jesup, after having been down 17-5 in that third, rebounded back and overtook Hudson 14-5 in that fourth quarter.
Almost flip-flopped it. Yeah, the thing I do like going into this OT is, again, Jesup's got all the momentum right now. If they can keep their foot on the pedal and not allow easy bunnies by the Hudson Pirates.
Which is an uncontested shot underneath the basket or something like that.
Yep.
All right, we'll tip things off again. And Jesup. Delaney Pilcher inside. McKenna for Hudson as well. And Hudson will have it going towards that south basket, right to left in front of you. Ball comes out of bounds.
Ooh, that's off on Hudson. Wow.
Advantage Jesup.
You got to go to the tape.
Here comes Amanda Treptow. Come right side of O'Connor.
Oh, that's a good call. That was off Hudson.
Now it's loose. Turnover from Treptow back to Hudson. All the way, no good. Hanson draws the foul.
Nice take by Hanson.
I see 2 shots.
Nice defense by Treptow. If you're going to foul in that situation, make darn sure she doesn't make that layup.
That'll be the 3rd personal foul against Larson. 15 foul and a half. And extended period with Jesup.
A little strong on the free throw. All right, let's box out here.
I want to sink in. Break that tie. 6 points on the board for Hanson. 3 for 4 at the line. Let's see what Jesup can do here offensively. Wide open Lang right side. Actually, Lang right side. And Natalie O'Connor gets blocked. It's going to be interesting to see Hudson as they move through the season, how well they're playing tonight and how they can turn around and play against AP tomorrow night.
Get on them, girls.
Engel takes a dribble right side. Push into Kenna, ball gets loose, and Jesup has it. Pilcher with it.
Pilcher, as I said before, just a badger, man. I would hate to play against her.
Treptow holds her pivot foot on that pass.
Going to be a foul called on Madison Michael. Send Pilcher to the foul, and we are in bonus now with 7 against the Pirates.
2nd personal against Michael. Challenge yet to score here in the first overtime.
Got it.
Take her to 11.
This is one of those games, if you can build yourself a 4-point advantage at this point, you'd probably take it home.
Pilcher, she seems to be a player when she's out there. There's nothing else going on outside those boundary lines.
Yeah.
Angle covered tight. McKenna gets it. Tight inside defensive pressure from the Jayhawks, and really a desperation toss-up, but it does go in for Michael.
Yeah, that was a tough shot by Michael.
2-minute mark approaching. Tripto in that corner. Up to Pilcher. Little dish to Amanda. Comes in, no look to Laney, waiting for it, gets it in.
It's almost like she didn't expect that.
No. It's like,
Get it here.
It's like, oh, Laney's here.
Curley's
Give it to her.
Curley's going to take timeout, full timeout. Take a minute to talk things over with his ladies.
Scoring right now, Laney Pilcher, 14 points. Appears to be 4 of 4 from the free throw line is what I have. 13 for Tripto tonight. And 4 for O'Connor, 6 for Lang. Larson has 3. We've seen Youngblood and Bolden off the bench. We have not seen much substitution in the fourth quarter or even here in the overtime.
No,
I wasn't even thinking in the third quarter if we even saw much substitution. McKenna leads with 16 points for the Pirates. Carolyn has 8. Hansen has 6. 2 for Angle. Heiserling, I believe, the only sub that's come in for the Pirates. Again, they're in the direction of Jeff Curley, looking to go 500 in the NICL. As they'll wrap up this full timeout.
Jesup with the ball. They'll inbounds on the far side. I stand corrected. I forgot. We're coming off 2 made free throws by Pilcher. We are on defense. Who am I? What am I doing here?
Are you talking to yourself or
Yep.
putting words in their mouth?
I am talking to myself.
From an angle, left side.
Ooh, deep
Wow.
3.
Their ball comes out.
I can't imagine that's the shot Coach Curley was looking for, a deep 3 with $1:40 on the clock.
Lang comes baseline to Tripto.
I would hang on to this thing until the final shot, until they come out and foul you. Which is exactly what's going to happen. There you go. That's who you want to
Tripto
have
in the
it.
paint, far side. O'Connor thought about it, hold on to it.
I don't mind Pilcher and Connor taking the foul. I mean, they've proved they're well capable of making them here.
Takes a dribble with Lang. She's got it. Dish off to Pilcher. Comes out of bounds. Wow, that's tough. That's tough.
All right, get it back.
Hudson, give them credit. They put the pressure on the Jayhawks.
Worked too hard to give it away now.
And that's what you got to try and do to get that ball back.
Well, we don't need the ball back. We just need to make sure they don't make a shot. That was not a foul that we wanted to give right there.
Second personal foul against Tripto. 6 on the team for the Jayhawks. Ball gets loose. Larson, she finds it. She's got a fast break. And she will. Do we get a foul?
No, there's no foul there.
Foul.
That was clean. That was a nice block by Madison Michael, who may have injured herself a bit on the block there, but man, props to Michael. She came with all ball.
Came right after it. Now she's going to go in that backcourt.
Also, props to obviously Tripto and Larson at the top of that defense, forcing the turnover, and Larson taking it the 3/4 the length of the court and didn't draw the foul, but we retain the basketball.
Pirates head coach Jeff Curley wants a full timeout. Why not here with 13.5 seconds to go? Your team's down by 1. And it's a barn burner, folks.
Sure is.
Boys game will follow. If you are joining us, there'll be a new event coming for the boys game on Facebook and also on YouTube. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Kleberg. That's Luke Baldwin. Anthony Baugh, on-site producer. Eric Clark, our camera operator. Head coach Jordan Conrad, assisted by Jason Pilcher. Going to the starting five, still in there in this first overtime. Larson, Pilcher, Lang, Treptow, and O'Connor.
Name of the, so I can only assume that Hudson's going to foul quick. Or, well, first they'll try to get the turnover on the inbounds, but then I got to believe they'll foul fairly quickly after that. So get the ball into the hands of somebody that you're confident can knock down the free throws. Which man does a good one.
Wow.
There it is.
And she will get fouled. That's when you look at Amanda Treptow.
These are big. Understatement of the year.
1.2 seconds, free throw on the rail.
Got
it. A little spin on that. No good. All defenders were back. Big shot, 6 seconds to go. Hudson misses one, puts another one up, tries to tie it. 2 seconds to go, no seconds, and wow.
What?
Wow.
I mean, they took that. They took that three-pointer with like 5 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, it was like 6.7 when it was when it hit the rim.
Pilcher,
got anxious.
Pilcher took one to the head, I think, at the end there.
So final score 42-40 in overtime, and wow. Leading scorer for Hudson with 16 points is McKenna, who I think had a great night defensively, offensively, all around for Coach Hurley and the Pirates. 6 points for Hansen. Michael had 6, 8 for Carolyn, 2 for Engel. You look at the Jesup side of things, 14 points apiece for Pilcher and for Treptow, who came on. Free throws key here late in the game. O'Connor had 4, Larson with 3, 6 for Lang. No bench points, but wow, got through that one with a win.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I gotta say props to the Hudson Pirates. I mean, they won 3/4 of that game, hands down. They were the better team on the court for 3/4. And this is why I can be so critical of the Jayhawks, is because I know darn well what they're capable of, and what they did in the fourth quarter and then in overtime is what they're capable of. They have to find a way to bring that intensity and that mindset from the jump in the first period, and not wait until the fourth quarter when you're a 10-point, 12-point underdog. So, but all that said, really proud of them, man. They battled at the end there, and they came out with the victory for the Jayhawks. So good job, Jayhawks. Got the dub, and props to those Hudson Pirates, man. They fought hard.
Yeah, came back in that fourth, and a 5-3 advantage in that overtime. Final score 42-40. Next time we'll see the girls will be on Saturday afternoon against Grundy Center. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us on the Jayhawk Sports Network. Again, our next broadcast coming up Saturday. Follow along on our Facebook page as well as on our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe if you haven't. For Luke Baldwin and our on-site producer of Anthony Baugh and camera operator Eric Clark and executive producer Tony Lang, I'm Nate Kleberg from the Hawks Nest, or actually should say the upper patio of the South Gym in Jesup. Final score 42-40 in overtime. Jesup the advantage over Hudson. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Music courtesy of bensound.com. Go Jayhawks!